Ever since you were a kid, you have been told that your anger can only hurt, that it is only a weapon that can be used to hurt you and those you love. Ever since you have been a kid, you've been told that. And you've been embodying that philosophy for your entire life as you grow, as you nurture yourself. This culminated more and more. And as time went on, you repressed your emotions because of course you did. In this philosophy, you are holding in these feelings for a very long amount of time. And as you hold things in, things start to seep out. Year after year, you see yourself slipping a little more until eventually you're coming out of work after a really hard day. There's somebody on the bench and you just can't hold it. Some little tiny thing ticks you off about them. Something. And you let it out in a violent act, and you harm another human being. It's horrible. And this is a reality for a lot of people. And I'm here to tell you that fury only becomes that if you let it be. There is another universe where that person created that fury, culminated that fury, that anger, and turned it into something productive. Something that actually helped this person. Something that helped their families, curated into something great. My name is Marco. I am 18 years old, and I have built my dream physique. So, why should you trust me? Let me tell you why. Fury is actually a gift, okay? Let's talk about what fury is. Fury is an emotion that we all feel. And it's really funny because we're all humans, so we try to feel things that we have, right? At least we should, don't we? Should we not feel emotions that we have? I feel like that's something we should probably try to do, because if we don't, we're trying to neglect our physiology. You see, it is good to hold back emotions for a certain amount of time, but eventually, where are those emotions going to go? You need to let them out somewhere. It's not really a good idea to repress these over time, or else you're going to let it out at some point on someone. And hopefully it's not someone you care about, right? This is the kind of thing that happens when we tell people to repress their emotion, to not undergo any sort of catharsis. Listen, I'm a psych major, okay? I know what I'm talking about, all right? At least a little bit. And I'm telling you right now that the gym is one of the best forms of catharsis. You see, fury is a gift when used in the right hands. The way I see it is like a tool. If you put it in the right hands, it can be used to fix things, to fix handles, to tighten hinges. Instead of breaking and wrecking and bringing about chaos, you can use it to fuel your next set. When you get in the gym and you get under that bench press and you get that over your head, is there not anything satisfying about letting everything out into your set? In our current society, we don't get to live like animals. Despite us being animals, despite us acting like animals deep down, we don't get chances to let those things out, to let those feelings out, that animalistic drive inside us, okay? The gym is a rare place where you can do that. When you are working out, there is no reason to hold back. Everything you have, think about what that means. Everything that you have, all the negative energy, all the negative emotions, everything that you have repressed inside of you, all the traumatic feelings that you have, that we all have gone through. And you have the opportunity to let it all out into a productive workout set. You're going to take that opportunity. You're going to get under that barbell and you're going to press that to the fucking moon. Because you know what? Your fury can be something productive, okay? I want this to go out to the right people. There are people out there that I know are furious. They have these feelings. Think of fury like an essence. You can culminate it into whatever you want. You need to take the proper steps to culminate and curate your anger into the right things. I believe in you. I've done it myself. People in my family have done it. That anger thing runs in my genes. Okay? It's not good. And I'm not proud of it. Nobody is. And it's kind of pathetic when you feel like you do it. Anger is one of those things that once you do it, you look back. And I don't think there's ever been a single time that I have not regretted a action or decision taken in anger, except when it's taken to fulfill my goals. You see, there is not a lot of feelings that surpass the sheer power of fury. Think about the different motives that somebody can have when they go to the gym. You can have motivation. You get really psyched up, you get excited. Excitement is one thing. Discipline, you're in the gym because you need to, right? You can have a raw motive or something like that. But think about how much extra oomph there is when I tell you that I'm pushing that set with fury. If you think about life being a race and there's a version of you running ahead of you, a version of you that does things better, that goes to sleep earlier, that eats the right foods, that does the work when they're supposed to, and they're running a little bit ahead of you. And you need to catch up. And that makes you angry. Think about the way that you plant your heel into the terrain when you think about that. When you think about the possibility that you could be the one lapping everyone else, that you could be the other version of you, surpassing and claiming all of your goals. And it makes you angry that you don't have that, that you could have that your potential is right there dangling above your head like a carrot on a stick, but you haven't grabbed it yet, have you? And that makes you angry. Again, we've talked about how anger is the essence. Why don't you curate that and use it to push you forward? I've been thinking a lot about anger recently. But that's kind of all I got. Thank you for watching. Stay angry, I guess. Also, check out my product. Started the pre-sales, started the pre-orders, so you can now get my product. I will talk about that in the next video, but thank you for watching. Bye-bye.